The unseen enemy is always the most fearsome. To fight against an enemy this big, we should know about them in a greater detail.
Aliens will look different than human beings. The alien world will have vastly different climates and terrains than that on Earth. The alien life forms would be evolved to adapt to these conditions. Many scientists believe that alien structures would be remarkably similar to that of human beings, with at least 2 legs and a minimum of 3 fingers to hold stuff. The alien life forms could be millions of years more advanced than us. If so, then we are screwed. The artillery they would possess would be so advanced that it might be beyond our scope of imagination. According to many scientists and theorists, we won't even stand a chance fighting with them. But that's not going to make the video interesting. Let us assume a different scenario now.
One of our best defense strategies would be to stop them outside our planet, or at least make the journey as difficult as possible. Low Earth orbit, an area of outer space around the Earth, is the home of the International Space Station and thousands of satellites. It is also becoming a hazardous arena littered with space junk and deadly spacecrafts orbiting at outrageous speeds. It's a reality quite like the film Gravity, and it's called Kessler's syndrome. Even debris of 1 centimeter can strike the probe with enough kinetic energy to impart serious damage. To put the Kessler's effect in motion, we can just destroy our own satellites, which can create enough debris which can in turn impart serious damage to their spacecrafts.
Let's say they tackle this situation and they enter the Earth. What's our defense plan? It can be as simple as a sneeze. They can have an entirely different immune system and could not be immunized against the germs and the microorganisms found on Earth. Or they can have adverse reactions to the conditions on Earth. Maybe they just don't have the common elements present on Earth that we are so accustomed to. Maybe even something simple as water might melt off their skin. But that's going to be a dumb ending to the most important war of the millennium. Gotta hate that kind of ending.
One way can be by analyzing their weaponry and using that against them. Sometimes we have to fight by playing the enemy against their own, or in this case, using their weaponry against them. It's not necessary that they are here to bring doom on Earth. What if they are here just exploring the universe? The biggest hurdle would be the language barrier though, and who knows what they will bring along with them. If some outer space microorganism comes to our atmosphere clinging on them, we might have no immunity towards those microbes, and they can just wipe out our whole species out of the planet. Considering that these extraterrestrials have the technology to travel through the galaxy, there are high chances that they are out to find out a habitable planet for themselves. They might have the capability to develop high-level weaponry we might not be able to think of.
The best chance for us to defend ourselves would be using bioweapons against them. Let me establish a few points regarding bioweaponry. Biological weapons are microorganisms like virus, bacteria, fungi, or other toxins that are produced and released deliberately to cause disease and death. As we have seen throughout human history, viruses have proved to be quite a menace. From raging Black Death to swine flu to Ebola and others, pathological organisms had quite an impact on human as well as plant life. If at any level we assume that the foreign species have a similar structure to what we have, we can expose them to infectious pathogens. As we have explored so far, no firepower on Earth can directly affect the aforementioned. Ironically, disease is our only way of survival.